this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, her just dance. They face the music, they got no chance.
Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday, February 14th at 5:47 p.m. here on the East Coast. It is Valentine's Day, and we are live, just coming to say hi to everybody. So let me go to the chat and say hi to everybody. What's up, Lexi, Beamer, Trish Norman? Good to see you. What's up, Purple Iris? Good to see you. What's up, James Moen? How are you, buddy? So yeah, welcome in, everybody. I just wanted to come in and say what up, wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, see how listen, it's been a long week. I feel like it is the middle of the month, and it is just one of those crazy days. And so I was like, you know what? I have about 30-45 minutes or so, and we could just open up the chat for a little bit, say what up, and see what you guys are doing this weekend. What's everybody got planned for today? I know I said the other day, I was like, listen, some people love Valentine's Day and some people just absolutely don't. And it was so cute because I stopped at the store earlier and I said, you know what, I had to grab the kids a couple of things. And so I said, let me grab, I had to get some cards, and I got some balloons, and there was a kid there and he was getting engaged. And so he was getting 25 red heart balloons. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. But he was so embarrassed because he was holding up the register. And I was like, listen, buddy, take your time. Everybody in the store is like, come on, hurry up. I said, listen, he's getting engaged, man. This is exciting. And he's like, ma'am, I'm so embarrassed. I said, don't you dare put your chest back. Stand proud, buddy. Like, don't worry. And everybody calm down. Like, she's almost done blowing up the balloons. They had to figure out a better system in the store. Like, I completely agreed. And I felt so bad for the kid. But, it was like such an exciting time for him. And it was early in the day. So good for him. He was getting engaged. And what better day than to show his new fiance, a day of love. And all the things, but on Valentine's Day, what a day to get engaged. But I hope they stay together because, he'll remember this day forever. I was like, the lady in the store is like, are you sure you want? And then, so wait, let's roll back for a second. One lady was like, how long have you been together for? A month? He goes, he was such a nice, you could tell he was a good kid. He goes, if I'm together with a girl for a month, she's lucky if she gets a text message from me. I said, you could tell he was raised right. He's like, I've been with the girl for a year, and I bought her a ring. And I said, he looks like a good kid. I mean, come on. He's here getting 25 balloons. I mean, come on. Give the kid a break. What's up, Zero? Good to see you. Hey, Elena Gonzalez. What's up, everybody? So, yeah, it's just, everybody's out buying the candy, getting the flowers, and this is one of those, Hallmark holidays where everything's so overpriced too. I mean, freaking roses like $125 today, right? Just for today. And then tomorrow they'll be back down to $24.99 or whatever. It's so crazy. I was just, at CVS the other day, and I looked at a bag of, I forget what it was, like M&Ms or something. And I'm like, $9.99 for M&Ms? Like, what the? Just the price of everything is insane. What's up, Diane B? Good to see you. Yeah, it's so crazy. So I was given roses and s'mores cupcakes. Oh, I love that. There's just, and it's funny because I showed somebody in my Discord the other day, somebody had made something and I was like, oh, isn't that adorable? Like, if your kid in preschool made it for you, or if your like boyfriend in 6th grade got it for you, that would be cute, right? Not when you're Oh, Zero, you know what I'm talking about. I was dying laughing. What's up, Melissa? Good to see you. Beamer says, I got a white rose bush for my daughter and son-in-law. Oh, that's nice. It's those little things that matter. I have a neighbor that she gets really emotional on this day because her husband passed away, and this is a different neighbor, not the one that I make things for, but she gets like really emotional and very pissy, and so she, well, whatever. So she picked up like a thing outside my house, and so instead of like saying something to me, she like pushed it aside, and so of course I see it on the cameras, and so I said to my neighbor, I said to him, I said, not for nothing, but like, why didn't she say something to me? What? And he's like, she's very emotional. And so I said, not for nothing. But, it's just very, how it is. Like, and I get it because I'm so overly empathetic in things, but my God. Yeah. So what do you guys get for Valentine's Day? What's like the worst thing you ever got for Valentine's Day? And what's the best thing you ever got? I could think of some crazy things like, you know, James, tell me, what's the worst thing? What are some things that you can just think back and go, yeah. What's up, Texas girl? Good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys. I remember as a kid, like making those little, what were those little like sweet tart like cards that we would give out, and you like give them to everybody in your class, right? Hang on. You would give them out to everybody in your class, and your mother would sit there and you'd write them out, and you'd be like, "Dear Bobby, would you be my Valentine? Dear Joey, will you?" And then, so you have like 20 kids in your class, and you write them out to everybody, and your mom would be like, "You have to give them to everybody." And you're like, "No, mom. I only like one kid, one boy." And she's like, "You have to write them out to everybody." I don't know. I just always felt bad because I was like, I don't want to write them out to everybody. I only like Patrick, whoever it was. Like, Melissa says, one Valentine's Day I got broken up with. True story. Not sad about it though. Yeah, but still, it's just like, why? Why do they wait for that day, bastard? You can only stay for 7 minutes. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to be a little selfish. And I'm going to take your 7 minutes. So thanks. Valentine's boxes, which, speaking of, remind me to talk about, okay, I'll remember. Wait, I wanna make myself a note. Yeah, I am that Post-it note person. Okay. The hot shape saying on the camping. Diane, what are you talking about? The hot Jeep candy with messages on it? What? She's crazy. Wait, I gotta scroll up. Don't make me scroll up. Elena, you're making dinner? What are you making? I have to know. I have questions. Purple iris. I'm just saying, like, your mom would tell you have to fill them all out. And you're like, I don't want it. You retracted the messages. You said it, not me. Yeah, hit the like button. So yeah, we could tell stories over here. That's what we do. We just tell the most off the wall things, and it's just what it is. But we don't go live and get drunk. We just hang out here for a little bit. You know how it is. Oh, the heart-shaped conversation hearts. Yes, yes, those things. Yeah. And they would say like be mine and I love you, and you know what were the things that they would say on them? My God, I haven't seen those in forever, right? And just, yes, thank you, Lexi. Beamer, she's like, we got you, Diane. That's right. We love Diane B. Yeah, they would say things on them, like it would give them out, or I would just keep the whole box for myself. My daughter still gets them every year, 44 years old. Yeah. Yeah, right. Be mine, right? Be mine. Um, all of the, yeah, you're great. I heart you. Yeah, you like those heart candies. I mean, those are the, like old school things, when you see them in the store, you can tie them to a memory of something, or it's just part of a tradition. It's kind of like that's just what it is. Get like candles, do a bath, like you know, we were talking in a salon the other day because what's in style right now is everything that smells like roses. And so anything that you can get, like whether it be a candle, any kind of fragrance, anything that smells like just, like light fragrance roses is just it's very in. And so we were laughing because, and there's a lot of things that are just like things that are written on that say like rosé all day and things, and that was like very back, very very in back in the day too. And so a lot of that stuff is kind of making it back into like the boutiques and stuff now. And so we were just laughing at like the little things that just are coming back around again. And the party with cupcakes, gee, I liked the heart candle, purple iris. I'm just saying, like, listen, but like with the diamonds on the things and the thing, like I just want to know, like, was that part of like art class in the kindergarten? Like, was there a ruler that came with that? Like, picture it, Sicily, 1902. Like, there was a candle and it had these little conversation cotton hearts. I was just like, what the? Did anyone give the teacher one? I don't, James, like we can talk about it, right? Like I have questions. Did you give the teacher something for Valentine's Day, or did your mom just like encourage you to give them out to the other kids? Like, did you just pay, like they had like those little, I remember like back when we were growing up, they were very into like it was about like DC comics and things. And so it was like, he like I'm sorry, what was it like the superheroes and stuff. And so they came in like a box of like 50, and there were these tiny little things, and it was like to and from. It didn't say like love. It was like to and from. To Dana, love, to Dana from Dawn. And we'd cross out the from and be like, to Dana, love Dawn. Happy Valentine's Day. Scratch and sniff Valentines. Well, then there was one year where it came with like, I don't remember if it was like Charms Blow Pops, but there was one that came with like a little lollipop. And, sometimes then they got like a little fancy with the little cards. And so you might have got a little less one year, but you gave out some to your friends. And yeah, they definitely, you definitely were able to get a little bit more crafty. And you got shower steamers. They smell awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, anything you can do to like pamper yourself on Valentine's Day, it's all about like self care and what you can do, whether it be, get a massage or take a hot shower. But, and like anything you can do, you do with like intention, like put, like Diane said, put a shower steamer in is just like something that they sell them in the stores, and you put them in like where the Diane, how would you explain it? It's just something that you put like in the bottom of the, like the vent, the bottom of the shower, and it just kind of like steams up with the water, and it has like a light little scent. It's nice. It's kind of like a shower, like a bath bomb, but for a shower. You got a salt cave massage? That sounds nice. What is a salt cave massage? Trish wants to know. Diane, you got to explain. What is that? Shower and the water gives off the scent. Yeah. What's up, Gen X? Good to see you. Run around putting everyone's in the box or whatever we made. Yeah. I was just laughing. So yeah, I was at a salon before, and they had a couple little girls that had come in, and it was so cute. They were putting these like hair fit, like the hair flare and stuff in their hair. So the little girls came in and they put like pink glitter and red glitter in their hair, and it was so cute. They were all going to a Valentine's party tonight, and then they were going to go watch a movie at their friend's house. And I said, "Oh, that's so cute. They're going to get little dinner and stuff." It's so nice to see people going out and having a good time, and, you know, even if they're just gonna go for, like, dinner and a little ice cream or something, like, the mothers just seemed like they were gonna get together and they were gonna go out and have a nice night, and, it's Friday. Texas girl says, "Attention, please. I have to leave and wanted to announce and tell everyone happy Valentine's Day, but hit the like button." Yeah, hit the like button. Texas girl, have a great night. Love to you and your husband, and have a wonderful weekend. If I don't talk to you, but I'm sure I will. So, but thank you so much for coming in here, and thank you for your 7 minutes, man. Uh, Diane said, "It's a salt cave. It's amazing. I had one a few years ago. It was so relaxing." Remember those? They had those stores. Um, it was for like not massages, but it was like those salt. What was it? You went in and it was for people that had a hard time breathing and stuff. And what was it called, Diane? It was like a salt spa, and you just sat in like you kind of just sat there and you relaxed. I can't remember the name of it, but you just sat there and you breathed in like the salt. It was really supposed to be good for you. Seemed like we had a carnival around Valentine's and the cakewalk I dominated. I will not go out to a restaurant because I know what they do working in a restaurant priced very high. Yeah, that's why I was saying like Valentine's Day is just one of those it is one of those days where I was talking to my chiropractor today and he said to me, he's going to take he's newly married. His wife had passed away a few years ago. It was horrible. I felt so bad for him, and he's got a couple of young kids. And so he was like, my new wife, and she's such a doll. He's like, she wants to go to the steakhouse down in the city and stuff. And so I said, "Oh, that's so nice. Like, you guys are gonna have a great time." And he was telling me all about it. And I thought to myself, oh my, it's such a pricey restaurant that they're going to. And what I did think about was Valentine's Day, busy Friday night. Like, I mean, it's probably going to be a really nice night out to go, but and it's Valentine's night, so that's just what it is. Like, price goes through the roof. Like, you better go out, get your roses, like, do all the things, and so he was looking to rush out of the office before, and he's like, "Hey, you're good, everybody's good, everybody need, everybody has what they need," and we were like, "Go, go, it's all right." Yeah, it's the most expensive day of the year to go out to dinner. Well, it is, and like I say, go another day for Valentine's dinner to get a more peaceful experience. Well, it's the night that people go out because they want to impress, or it's like the keeping up with the Joneses night. This is the night to go out. This is you got to go out to dinner, you make sure your shirt's pressed, your pants are good, you have your belt on, your shoes are shot. Like, this is the night that you go out and you're at that restaurant, and that's just what it is. Tonight's the night, and it's a perfect night because it's Friday, and then tomorrow's Saturday. So, I mean, it's the whole weekend. It's going to be busy. Places are booked. He was even telling the girl, because the girl behind the counter was like, "Oh my God, you're going there." And so he said, "Yeah, well, I have reservations. Of course I have reservations." And then he said, "And tomorrow he's taking his two boys out to dinner." And he was like, "And of course I have reservations there too." And I was like, "Well, of course, because you can't get in." No, there's no way. Like, after 45 years of marriage, does he need to impress me? No. Well, Diane, there's a bunch of places up by you that they make really delicious heart-shaped pizza tonight, and they probably charge double. And wait for an hour for a table if you don't have reservations. Well, and that's even if you can get into some of these places. I mean, even at like the Outback, it's if you don't have a reservation on a night like tonight, I doubt you can even get in. And I'm sure takeout is, you got to call well in advance if you want to pick it up. I'm sure it's not like, in 30 minutes. I'm sure it's going to be an hour, right? Yeah, it's a big night for heart-shaped pizza. I know, we used to love that, Diane, on Valentine's night, like, especially if it was a night that we had to work or whatever, I'd be like, "I'm gonna just pick up a heart-shaped pizza because it's easy, it's not a big deal." Gen X, I feel like restaurants are too busy on Valentine's and Mother's Day. Yeah. Well, and I called my mom today to see what she was doing, and they were gonna go to, like, their little restaurant by their neighborhood or whatever, and, I said, "Oh, of course you're gonna go over there," and she says, "When you're retired, you could do what you wanna do." I said, "Guess." I mean, what's that like? I don't know what that's like. So yeah, you guys didn't tell me. What, did anybody get married or engaged on Valentine's Day? And if you did or didn't, are you still together? How did that work out for you? Why would anyone want a heart-shaped pizza? It's missing 20 to 30%. Well, Gen X, that's what they do up in New York. They make these giant, well, they actually make them bigger. So they make these big, giant heart-shaped pizzas. And then they put like whatever toppings on it you want. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we would have to definitely ask Diane B if any pizza places shorten the size of the pizzas, but I don't think so. They usually made them bigger because I'm pretty sure the New Yorkers would be pissed. No, see, Diane said very large. Yeah, I remember them being oversized. Um, Dawn Marie, thanks for going live and bringing us all together. Hey, James, no worries, man. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. I wasn't sure. I was like, you know what? I didn't know if I could squeeze this one in, but I said if I get home right before a certain time and if I make it, then perfect. We can go live for a little bit. Well, it'd have to be bigger so you don't feel gypped. Yeah, because no way. Nobody wants to get squeezed out of a slice. I mean, as it is, you're getting what, 8 slices out of a pie, so. So yeah, I know that I talked in my live the other night about like, staying safe on YouTube and, being careful about like chatting, putting too much of your information out really was kind of like the message that we wanted to try to get across, right? And, like just being a little cautious over like, super chatting and things like that. But no way did I ever try to tell anybody like where they should super chat their money and stuff. So I know that there was somebody that went live yesterday saying like, don't try to scare people on. Nobody says anything. Anybody can go wherever they want. Anybody can spend their money anywhere they want. Like people know that. Like that's the obvious. Like people are nuts, dude. Pizza on Long Island's like $23 minimum. Yeah, 0 joules, right? You know what I was talking about. I met my woman 35 years ago and a couple of days within Valentine's Day. Beautiful. I love it. Oh, 0. I try to catch up on so much. Like, that's why I love like those little like Remy recap. Like, look, give me like the 3-minute little what happens because I die inside. I'm like, what in the business goes on late at night when the walls are creeping? Do you even want to ask, Purple Iris? Oh, you know what? It's mind blowing. The people that look to insert themselves, like, get in where you fit in. Like, I don't even know anymore, man. It is wild. Oh no, I was here for almost the whole stream and I didn't think Dawn was saying that at all. Nope, not me. People should be weary where they go on YouTube. There's some look, it's around who call CPS on people. Yeah, well, 0. There's just people out there that just don't. They're not, Don't worry. Does anyone know what happened to Joe Jackalone? I've not seen him in months. Is he ill? Trish Norman, I have not seen him either. And just as you said his name, I was like, Joe Jackalone. I actually forgot who he was. But you know what? If Raquel Pranzo or Pete Pranzo are around, I will ask them because I know that they knew of him. So I will have to ask them. Now, Dawn, tell us something of one of your memorable Valentines. Let's think. Valentine's Day. Oh God, I've had so many of them. So let's see. God, years ago, we used to go on cruises a lot in the month of February. So Valentine's Day was always wrapped around like a weird month because when I lived in New York, like that was always that. I love Valentine's Day. So I just don't want to be that person that where they're like, oh God, like choke her out, Um, let me think about this. And it's funny because I used to always be like, like Valentine's Day is It's like that day. Like, how do I explain it? Hmm. Let me think about this for a second, because I used to be able to explain it in such a funny way where it was just, I don't know, I'll have to come back to it. A Carnival cruise? Yeah, I went on like 2 Carnival cruises, but Royal Caribbean. Um, there's a whole street on YouTube called Wacko Lane. Yeah, there is. Yes, and usually the kids are off from school the week after here in New York. Yeah, so it was always February. February was always like, it was such a brutal month too, but it was always like a good month, to the like work was, slowing down a little bit. Like February, Marchish was no worries, Dawn. We love you. Well, you know what? Because it was just like, because when you love, like you love, like when you're a lover, like you love hard, and so like Valentine's Day is like you love to love, like you love love. But when you're hurt, you're hurt, like you're mad, you're angry. And so Valentine's Day could be a very like up day or a very down day. And so it's just I think it just matters like where you are in your life as to really what the day means to you. You know what I mean? And so it's like a hmm, huh, well, whatever. I'm glad February is a short month, Lexi, right? So Melissa says there's 3 big sources of personal info that surprised me are obituaries, Google Yelp reviews, tell your location, and I forgot third. I'll put it in when I remember. I'm such a good. Yeah, it's just February is cold. I'm over it. Right, Trish? It's just one of those months where you're like, ugh, and it is a short month. It's a short month, but a long month, right? If that makes sense. Yeah, spring break is in March. Uh, let's see. Purple hair. A carnival cruise. You want to go on a carnival cruise? So where is everybody? Where's everybody been? What is everybody doing? So I know that there are people that are saying that they're content creators, or there's just people that hit the live button. I mean, really, I think if you try to differentiate between the two, there's a big, huge difference between, I mean, we could all just sit here and be like, what is the difference between a content creator or somebody that just hits the live button? I mean, I don't know. Anybody could sit here and say that they are a channel holder, right? I think I'm just a channel holder. That's just me. I'm a channel holder. I mean, we could figure out what we want to be when we grow up. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, but Melissa says, "Oh, GoFundMe's." Yeah. I mean, or there's people that are content creators, people that actually do the homework themselves. Big difference. Or have other people do it for them. Big difference. Or people that just hit the live button. There's people that do that where they're just like, they don't want to talk to nobody else. They just want to hit the live button. So there's that. Or there's just, there's content creators. There's people that do smart uploads. They actually do the work. They do how-to videos. They are smart. They're intelligent. They know what they're doing. Those are content creators. You feel me? Those are educated people. They know what they're doing. They could actually teach you a thing or two. Those are content creators. Okay. Lives or content. Yeah, all right. So Trish, you see what I'm saying? So yes, you could be a content creator. If you're live, we do interaction and things like that. You can hold a conversation and things. Yeah, absolutely. That's content. And so, but it's different. When you can talk to people in a nice way, um, there's good content and then there's terrible content. I mean, there's an audience for everyone, I guess, right? James says, I try to steer clear of misinformation content. I have to agree with you 100,000 million %. Kitty Q, happy Valentine's Day. She says, I can't stay, just stopping in to say hello and hit the like and say happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'll rewatch and I'm still visiting with my dad. I love that. And happy Valentine's Day to your dad. Zero Jules. Creators actually create content, making their own videos, research everything, and do presentations a lot. Tend to just review others, basically stealing their content. Zero Jules, I have to agree with you 1,000,000% too, because there are a few people on here, a few, one in particular that I can think of that has actually gotten struck a couple of times for stealing people's content, but then likes to put the finger in the face and say, I'm a content creator. And no, really, ma'am, you're not. But okay, keep telling people that and then knocking them at the same time. It's not very nice of you. Whatever. Exactly. Zero knows what's up. Uh, Melissa says, the doxing lately has been brutal. I've been paying attention. That is funny that you stumbled on that. So let's see what Gen X said. So Gen X says, that's funny because I was reading Yelp reviews earlier and I saw a picture of someone I know in the photo of the food on the table. Oh my God. Wait, what? That's crazy. Yeah, the doxing is terrible lately. I just feel like the need to want to find out about somebody on here is absolutely ludicrous. Like, if you really need to dig into people's information and personal things, like, you really need a hobby, you need a job, you need to do things for yourself, like, go on with your life, just stop it. Please stop looking into people's personal lives. Like, what are you doing? I just don't get it. You should have barely enough time in the day to do your own things, let alone look into other people's things. Yeah, zero. I don't think people who dox or go real life should have a platform. They shouldn't. They really shouldn't. Doing here at your channel feels like real life, real. Well, here we just kick it, we hang out, and we just state the obvious. We're just here to chill and have a good time. That's it. But you know what? I did come from a call out community, and that's just what we do sometimes, James, is that we will call things out and we have no problem with it. Is because we keep it real over here and we don't have a problem with it. And there's nothing wrong with that because we keep it 100, right? It's fine. You can't wait to see my face. Yeah, well, when I can find a place to sit in the house with the lights and everything, we will do that. I'm sure it'll be fine. People are stupid that dogs. Dangerous, more so in some states than others. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's just the the way these people push and do the things, it's just not cool. I just don't get it. I really don't. And I have to say, like, I love the little channels. Like Zero has a great channel. I'm sure she still does it. She has a clip channel where she clips things, and I'm able to, like, Zero, put your other channel in here if you have the link to it, and she'll clip things, and I'm able to see it in like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, and it's just like the highlights of what happened in a live. And it's just enough where you're like, "Wait, what happened last night?" Like, this person did a 2-hour live, but she clips, like, just enough where you're like where you say, "What the hell just happened?" I feel that once they go real life, they call CPS, docs, or call SWAT, they should be banned off the platform permanently. Yeah. Well, and I think that when they don't get stopped is when they wanna keep going at it, They wanna come on here and they go, "Oh, I didn't get in trouble? Okay, let me keep going, and let me keep going." And so it's like a game to them because they can't this is like an addiction for them. They have to they keep coming here and they keep, that's why they say FAFO, like, they wanna go around and find out, because until they find out, because listen, it'll all catch them after a while because we all get them. It's time will tell. Diane knows, very true. Yeah, they continue to do it. Well, and you know what? It all bites them in the ass sooner or later. Zero says, I have two channels, a clip channel on my main. I initially made the clip one so people could catch up. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I mean, you have to put the link here because everybody needs to subscribe to it. She gets just enough of the stuff. I mean, and then if you want to go to the person's channel, she doesn't deter you from not going and watch the whole live. I mean, you can if you want. It's just that it's enough for you to see. Yeah, great minds think alike. Yeah, they will get bit in the ass. They will. Someone who goes real life like that just doesn't change. No, they don't, but you know what? They learn hard lessons, I feel personally, I do. But, I mean, yeah, there it is. Grab a clip. You have to subscribe to her channel right there. Yeah, the doxing can be so, yeah, it definitely can. Well, and then you have those other people that come on here and, they'll look to bait people. And so they'll say things like I had a girl once that came here months and months ago and her first question to me was so were there any other people that were around that aren't around anymore? Like it was very roundabout questions, and so I didn't put any thought into it. I was just like, what the hell is she talking about? But whatever, like it's neither here nor there. And so I wasn't really reading into it, and so I didn't realize that like she was looking for people that weren't around anymore, which I protect those people because they're not around anymore because maybe something happened to them, and honestly, it's none of my business. But I think she was looking for people to conversate with for whatever it was to see, like, did they have a falling out? Did something happen? Like, and so, I kind of grew concerned after, time went on. And I said to myself, she's looking for gossip and bullshit and whatever it was. And so I said, you know what? You can sit in this pile, and when it comes time to address you, we'll get there. But for now, you sit here. And that's just what I do for people is like, we go through these and it's just everybody and through time, it's just what it is. And so and then but I'm saying like you'll have people that'll come to this platform and they'll throw some seeds out there to see if they can get you. And you may watch for a while and you're like, "Oh, they'll say like, "Oh, I'm going to spill some tea or I'm going to do this." And then you watch and you watch and after a while you're like it's like an agony because you're like, well, she's gonna tell us this. He's gonna say something tonight, and and you're like, what's going on here? I mean, at what point are they like, is this gonna happen, or is this just toxic? I mean, is this gonna? Are we even going anywhere? And they're pointing fingers at like big creators, and you know it, but you don't know it. You know what I mean? Like they're not really saying anything, but you're like, wait a second, are they saying something? And so there's a lot to be desired at the same time. And it's a very fine line between conversation and garbage. And so, and at that point, you're like, all right, so am I here and am I locked in and is the seatbelt on or am I just disengaged? And are we unsubscribing? Like, and we're just gonna keep moving. So at this point, is it what it is, or you know, is whatever. What's up, B Fergs? Good to see you. So yeah, Gen X, you see what I'm saying? Like, and so, you can kind of go down that yellow brick road, or, you deviate to the right and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna change a channel and I'm gonna watch this, or I'm gonna go in this chat over here and I'm gonna watch this guy and he's gonna talk to his audience like garbage. And so I'm gonna stay here. And then you're like, you know what? No, I can't do this. And so you gotta go this way. And then you're like, wait a second, this lady is garbage. I can't watch her. And so now where do we go? Like, and so it's wild to me when there's people out there that go, you know, they're content creator. And so I was listening to it last night and I said, wait a second, pause. Like, where's the old remember the VCR that had like the blue and the red and the yellow button on it? And you're like, where's the pause button? Like, where's pause? Because she's not content creator, ma'am. Where's your license? Where's your content license? Because if that's content, I want a refund. This is crazy. What's up, Janelle? Hey, girl. Good to see you. Drama starters. I block them like that, right? Trish Norman, she knows. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you can read them. Just saying. Oh, I like how it feels. Hey, listen, James, you gotta just call it like it is. I don't sugarcoat nothing. This ain't no bakery over here. It's like Melanie Little. She says she ain't no cupcake. Well, I ain't no bakery. How about that? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. I'm just a girl that wants to hang out, man. I'm going to tell you like it is. How about that? How about that? God. So, anywho, anybody get some really good chocolate today? I had 2 Hershey Kisses, and I am so proud of myself. That's all I had today so far. Typically, I would have eaten like a full box by now because it's Valentine's Day. And I mean, didn't we talk about this one time where we turned the box upside down and we took a bite out of each one? Hello, this is that day where you just had to know what each one tasted like. Because Valentine's Day is what's in that. You have to know. Is it caramel? Is it what's in there? Is it coconut? What's in it? No, oh, it's because of my accent? All right, fine. I mean, the day ain't over, Dawn, he said. No, it's not. I'm not really a chocolate lover. I'll eat it occasionally. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I could really go for a cupcake right now. I wouldn't even be mad about it if he came in the door with a dozen cupcakes. I would be so happy. There is something about a vanilla cupcake with frosting. I love that. I'm sorry, but I was so sometimes I could get so stuck on a topic, and I was so stuck on content creating. I was just like, wait a second. Here I am trying to figure out what my channel was going to be about, and I'm like, this lady's talking about she's a content creator. Well, I've been doing this wrong the whole freaking 4 months. I thought I was a content creator. Nuh-uh. No way. I just hit the live button. Denise R, good to see you. It's the white crap that tastes like. Oh, Denise. I love the vanilla cake part though. Bring the frosting. I mean, maybe a little bit of frosting, but it's the cupcake part, the actual cake that I like. Ooh, zero. I'm obsessed with anything lemon. And that's the other thing. Well, I won't even talk about the lemon guy, but why are you picking on that lemon guy? Leave him alone. He's actually a nice guy. Yeah. Crumble has a strawberry cupcake cookie this week. Gen X. I haven't been there in years. Oh, I'm going to start talking about sweets now. Thanks a lot. You're very good at stories. James, listen, I live to tell stories. I am in real life a storyteller, and I love to tell stories. I really do. There was this one day back years ago. Oh, there's something about cupcakes. Mm. Strawberry cupcake. Speaking of strawberry cupcake, where is strawberry shortcake? Lemon meringue. Ooh. Zero, you're fancy. We had key lime pie actually a couple weeks ago, and I went out to lunch with one of my girlfriends, and she ordered a piece of key lime pie, and I just sat there and I looked at her. I just did it just now. I put my hands on my hips, and I went, "Are you gonna really eat that?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna totally eat this whole thing right in front of you." I said, "That's terrible on a Tuesday. You're gonna do that." Like, she ordered it, but whatever. She was on vacation and she came down to stay here at my house. And she had her whole vacation planned, and I had to work, and like I didn't really care. I was like, here's a pillow and a blanket, like live your best life. There's the beach, here's the directions. Here's the bus stop, like whatever. So we were laughing, and so we went out I caught her for lunch on a Tuesday, and so she ordered key lime pie, and we were just laughing. So like, Oh my God, this cupcake shop had a yellow cupcake filled with lemon curd and cream cheese icing. Oh Lord. I always go there when we go to the Hilton Head. Ooh, yum. Strawberry shortcake was a popular Valentine back in the day. Look at the picture on Crumble. Gen X, if I start looking at photos, that's why, girl, I just told you the other day, I don't even know how to share my screen. Forget it. If I start showing pictures, Moonlight View, good to see you. Says, hello, happy Valentine's Day, Dawn Marie and chat family. By the way, I am a vanilla cupcake addict. See, I always scrape most of the frosting off. Me too. I don't really like all of the frosting. I'm not a frosting person, but the cake part. I love lemon so much. I can eat lemon curd straight out of the jar with a spoon. All right. I'm down with, I get the obsession thing of the thing. Now your tummy is rumbling. Oh, hit the like button though, man. This is the time to do it. Let's do spooky stories at night and have cupcakes. Okay. All right. Beamer. Beamer, you pick the story and I'll read it. Just don't pick a docket. James says, I make cake and poke holes all in and fill with jello and then cool it down. Well, that sounds deliciousness. God, all this cupcake conversation is going to make me have to go back to the gym and the chiropractor. All right. All right. So anyway, let's wrap it up here. Let's talk about Valentine's Day for the next few minutes and let's wrap it up. Or if you guys want to talk about content creating, but what do we got? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit and poke cake. I couldn't think of what it was called. That sounds really good, actually. I was like, wait a second. I'm sitting here thinking of what Jello would have tasted like inside of a cake, and then when you said, never mind, pudding. Duh. It was actually Joey Brooklyn's birthday yesterday. So Joey Brooklyn, you don't come in my lives anymore. I'm gonna call you out. Thanks a lot anyway, but happy belated birthday, buddy. I know I wished you happy birthday, but whatever. Everybody go over there in his comment section and wish him a happy belated birthday. It's awesome that I went live today. Good, James. Well, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you remember this as part of your Valentine's Day memories and all the things. Mitty, good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, Zero. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Valentine's Day. The content creators in the lawsuits are proving themselves oh so grifty. Yeah, they are, seriously. And anybody that's trying to insert themselves in the fighting back and forth is just as grifty, by the way. I noticed that too last night, which I thought that was really funny because isn't that like calling out the same thing? But I digress because I don't do that. Was fun driving back into childhood Valentines, right? I mean, come on. You have to remember writing out the to and from to Johnny, love James, to Sarah from James. Eat chocolate and watch what? Rom-com? Eat chocolate and don't watch bad YouTube content creators. www. Oh, yeah, watch my channel. How about that? Because, I'm just a content creator over here. I'm just over here kicking it and stuff, with a microphone and a headset and a laptop. And I'm just doing all the things. And yes, or that, it's cool. Either way, it's really no big deal. I don't money grift or anything. You can hit up my Cash App. I'm not shy. I'm not trying to make a buck here, or am I? We in chat for Dawn wins. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. I love you guys too, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I really appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out, spending some of your Friday with me. Enjoy your weekend. Until next time.
New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. A Brooklyn girl, that's Dawn Marie. She's sharing New York memories. See the city with Dawn Marie. And hanging Little Italy. R.I.P. South Factory. The real party is Kings County. The songs about music all around. That's where she found the Brooklyn sound. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Her large Italian family, they taught her hospitality, empathy, humanity, and strength in her community. Her justice call, defiant tone, rings out from her Long Island home. New York music, it makes her dance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. She's so damn cool, so smart and quick. She's old school, this New York chick. Brooklyn music, she takes her stance. She hears the music, here's her chance. Brooklyn music,